On to you Aries out here, you have the Fool, the Justice, which is your opposite sign of Libra, and then the Eight of Cups. So, I got a lot of stuff. Don't worry about that. But anyway, look, the point is, for you Aries, right? There's a sense of you Aries essentially learning how to let go of a lot of different people and scenarios. The Fool represents, obviously, letting go. The Justice represents you Aries understanding that you're going to be good regardless. You've always been good. The Justice represents you need people and scenarios around you that bring you balance. That puts you in a better position. Not a lot of people actually do that. The Justice also speaks to how you need trust in character. A lot of people are not giving a lot of trust in character. They always trying to leverage it, right? And I'm listening. Okay. But yeah, my family's here, so you know. Trust in character. And then the Eight of Cups represents you, Aries, are not feeling that trust in character. So you're leaving anyone, and you should leave anybody behind that does not give you that trust in character. I would suggest you Aries to do that. You know, if I had a lot of Aries friends, because for whatever reason I don't have a lot of Aries friends, but if I had a lot of Aries friends and what I would say to them is, if you see that I'm not bringing value to you, throw me in the trash can. You know what I'm saying? Not me, my physical body, of course, but I mean like our friendship in the trash can. That's what I would tell them, because I'm not going to be sitting up here trying to do my endeavor best to make sure that I'm useless to somebody while at the same time, right, making it seem like I'm trying to hang around them the whole time. That's not going to happen. I would tell those any amount of Aries friends, if you feel like I'm trash, throw me in a trash can. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? You do you. If I'm holding you back, do you. But see, this is what it is, and I'm telling about. A lot of people are not really going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They're not really going to tell you that. So the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands represents how they just in your life making a big problem for you, Aries, and they're just going to continue to be a problem for you until you, Aries, decide to actually excommunicate them from your life for good. Because the overall energy of what it is that I'm seeing here for you, Aries, is that there are some things that you really got to address. And basically the overall what you got to address is you should be by yourself if it means that you have to be around people that aren't really leading a good example. There's a saying that says that you are the 5 people who you really call the people around you that you could trust. So you have to choose the people who you're going to really call your core individuals wisely, because whatever example that they set, like you have friends and then you have friends. You have people that you call friends from around the way that you kind of know, right? But those are actually acquaintances. And then you have friends, road dogs, people that you've actually been through something with, that's been there for you through the whole time, through thick and thin. And the thing is that the Page of Wands is about, so that's your next step. You got to start hanging out with people who actually set a great example. Because remember what it is I was saying to you, Aries, in 2025 is a year of learning, knowledge, education, opportunities, where you got to create those opportunities. Sometimes it's not necessarily what you know. Sometimes it's who you know. You've all heard that saying. If you've lived long enough, if you're old enough, we've all heard that saying. So that what that means is that if you hang around great people and they all making a name for themselves, guess what's going to happen? Because you close with them, they're going to put you on. They're going to give you an alley-oop. They're going to help you put yourself in a better position in life, right? And honestly, stop hanging around with people who can't do that. Now, I'm not saying that, it should be transactional, because that's not what it's about. You don't use your friends, right? You don't. And when I say use, I mean from the perspective of mistreat them. You don't mistreat and use and trash your friends, right? They are real friends that have your back, are legitimately hard to come by. I know. But at the same time, you should have friends that actually want to do something for themselves. So there's a sense of, this is what I'm picking up. Okay. So there's a sense of learning how to actually choose your allies. Learn how to choose your friends. Learn how to choose your allies. Learn who is an ally. If someone in your life is telling you some nonsense, you ain't got to hang around them. If they always seem to be, trying to send you basically on a crash course where you just never seem to actually get your life together, things just go terribly, and you down bad, get those people out of your life. Because the Eight of Cups speaks to how there's already this sanctioning, this spiritual sanctioning of, you really supposed to you Aries really have supposed to have been done that months ago, years ago, if you could. It's just that, every now and again you have to reconsider your friendships, because sometimes people are great up to a certain point and then they stop being great for whatever reason. And then you have I can't say it, but then you have the Scorpio energy, right? So Mars energy, the Six of Pentacles, and then you have the Ten of Wands. So, so what these three cards mean for you Aries, right? A lot of Mars energy. Scorpio, Aries, they're both ruled by Mars. So this is about you, like I said, crossing that abyss again. We don't cross the abyss once in our life and then we stop crossing abysses. No, we will cross many abysses, or we will cross the abyss many times in our life and have to let go of things that we may not necessarily want to let go. But the abyss is about an emptying. It's about a letting go of things that don't really matter at the end of the day, to be able to actually dedicate yourself towards something that is more meaningful. Did I have to go through an abyss moment? Absolutely. When I was practicing clipothic magic, absolutely. And it did not feel good at all. It was very uncomfortable. But then I realized from my own experiences, from the wisdom, from gaining wisdom, I'm not going through an abyss situation just one time. We go through it every time something catastrophic in our lives happen. That's the moment. That's that we have to make it through. It's like if people can't pass the abyss and clear that, right? That means that these people are not really prepared in life in the first place, because how is that any different than any of the hardships that they've already been through? So it's the same thing when it comes to you, Aries, right? Letting go of so-called said friends should not be, it should be difficult, because you obviously you care about them, right? Like, you're not just telling them that you care about them, but you really don't. But at the same time, at the end of the day, you gotta let them go if they're not really doing anything constructive for you, right? If they're not actually raising you up or putting you in a higher position. So the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands speaks about that. It speaks about how because there's enough to share anyway. They just have to essentially want to go out and get it. If they don't want to actually be about anything, right? Why should you share? Why should you have to share with a bunch of lazy individuals anyway, right? That just wants to be able to hang around you. That just wants to be able to hang around you only for your money and everything else, or your benefits, or your body, or whatever the case may be. So the thing is that the Ten of Wands right here speaks to how a lot of you Aries having to be okay with that, having to actually be okay with, you're becoming more skillful while your friends only want to be good at only one thing, right? And there's not anything necessarily wrong with that per se. Of course there's something wrong with it, but I mean, like, there's nothing inherently wrong or corrupt about that. It's just that they just have to understand that, life is not just going to give you one thing. You got other things that you're going to have to actually, there's other things that are going to challenge you. So if you can't really adapt to the situation, then, you just SOL, you out of luck. And then you have the Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords, right? They probably already started to come back. But again, there's a sense of you're going to have to still excommunicate yourself from them regardless, because because of that. You're going to have to excommunicate yourself from them because of that, because you can't be out here just hanging out, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm a loner. And my best friend, I only have one best friend. Shout outs to him. He knows who he is. But he's been my road dog since we were 6, since the 1st grade. You know what I'm saying? He was my first friend. The other ones, they fell off. I didn't want to keep connections with them because they weren't really showing me anything. I'm calling them. We was just cool in school. If I call you, you ain't picking up the phone. Outside of school, you're not picking up the phone. You doing other stuff. Okay, cool. We can't hang out outside of that. And then the only time that you want to hang out is when we trying to pick up chicks. Come on, y'all. Like, I start talking about some metaphysical stuff. You come on now. You an NPC. Like, what? So, my best friend is just like me in the sense that he a Sigma too. He a loner too. He don't want to be found either. He owns some stuff where he laying low too. I'm laying low. But he's laying more low than I am because I still have a YouTube thing. I'm still known, right? There's still a degree of fame, right? To me. He's laying real low. You know what I'm saying? He's laying real low. And there's nothing wrong with that. But the point is that we challenge each other to do better. You feel me? There's no chip on our shoulder. And that's one of my homies. That's my best friend. That's my homie. And the situation with that is having a friend like that, that's rare, because I ain't been able to meet anybody that even comes close to my homie. Honestly, the rest of them, goofies. They show up, they trying to get attention, it makes them question them, because it's like, yo, again, I don't care if a person is into that. That's their own personal business, but stop acting sus. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that, so the situation is the same for you, Aries. Like, what exactly is it that you're looking for? If you are looking for a group of powerful individuals that are wise, you got to actually place yourself in that position to hang around those people. if you do not already have those people. So examine your life, examine who are you hanging around. If they're not actually really doing anything, right? If they're not really trying to push the pace, you got to leave them alone, right? If, in the sense that if they are not really adding anything to the quality of your life, you got to leave them alone. So let's clarify the Six of Cups. You have the Ace of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Sun card, the Queen of Wands, and then last but not least, you Aries have the Five of Swords. So I'm not going to clarify the Six of Cups in it because you can't clarify a card with the same card. It wouldn't make any sense. So to clarify the Six of Cups, the Ace of Wands and the Sun card is you're always the center of attention. You're always the one that shines. But at the same time, they want to hang around you because you shine, because you're doing your thing. And like I said before, it's hard being at the top. Because like you'll come by and tell people some information and they're not going to know what it is that you're talking about. Yeah. What'd you say? Okay. I only came out here because you called me. Yeah, I only came out here because you called me. But sorry about that. Family comes first. But then you have the Queen of Wands, and then you have the Five of Swords, like I was talking about. And you got to get it on your own. You got to get it your unique way. The road is a winding road. It's not going to be as easy as you think you are. Like I keep saying a million times to you, Aries, new levels, new devils. Y'all are the children of Set. New levels, new devils. But that's it for now. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to over 100K. We're at 16,894. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.